First one of our putting drills is going to be for our short putts. So we've got our tracks and gate, and we're doing it from 3 different distances. So I have marked out here a 2-foot putt, 4-foot, and a 6-foot putt. And my gates are set up again here with my sponges, and currently I have those 7 inches apart. There is a little hole here in the carpet, but actually when I was measuring these out, I did notice that that hole in the carpet was actually smaller than a regulation cup. So a cup would be 4 1/4 inches. That was a little smaller, so I've been making this harder for myself than it has to be. So that was a nice little discovery. So when I was missing, I don't have to feel so bad about it. But spacing my sponges apart like 7 inches is pretty good for a nice little gate for you to be able to roll your putts through. My sticks I'm going to use as a track. Don't get overly fixated on the track too much, but I'm going to put them down. If you don't have sticks available, no big deal. It's more important now just to be putting through the gate. So we'll start with my 2-foot putt. I'm going to put my tracks or my 2 sticks down just a little wider than the putter head, the width of the putter head. And they're just good, so as I'm looking down, I can just see if I have too much movement in the path, going way too far out or in. I'm not overly concerned about that. Like if your putter's waffling a little bit, no big deal. The most important thing by far is going to be where is your putter face pointed. And then, of course, that only is secondary to the speed of your putt. You're going to want to make sure you're getting the right speeds as well. So we've got our 3 distances. I've got here, we're going to take 10 putts from each distance. So if I start here at the 2-foot mark, I'm not worried about the hole a ton. I'm just thinking of putting through my sponges, and I want to make sure that I'm getting a pretty good speed. We'll get to lag putting next, but a speed where this ball isn't rolling way too far past the hole. So 10 at 2 feet, 10 at 4 feet, and then I can move my tracks back here a little bit, and then I'm going to do 10 at 6 feet. So let's quickly slide these back. Now when you get to the 6-foot range, another thing here, I don't even know if I have those lined up very well at my gate, but let's say somewhere around there is okay. Looks like it's off a little bit, but that's all right. So from this 6-foot mark, once you get to that 6 to 8 foot range, even for on the professional, on the PGA Tour, the make percentage there drops down to about 50%. Like from 8 feet, they'll only make these putts about 50% of the time from 8 feet. So don't get overly worried if you're missing, if you're not making all these. Again, it's just to start to get a nice little feel for speed and an idea as far as can I putt through those gates. So we're going to do 10 at this distance. So let's see if I can do that again. So just as I explained, I'm not going to get overly worried about that. That one, the speed wasn't great. That was more the problem than the direction. So you see how that's turning off a little bit. So that's not a bad example, again, of that's not a problem with my line or my putter face. A little bit more speed, and that putt should kind of stay in there and stay straighter. So that's a little better. So those first 2, I could make the mistake of thinking that I opened my putter face too much to the right or that my path was off, when really I just wasn't hitting those hard enough. So we're going to go 10 from 2, 10 from 4, 10 from 6, and then on the 4th set, you're just going to randomize that a little bit. So do a 2-foot putt, a 6, a 4, just kind of play around with it so you're not doing any one distance putt, let's say more than twice in a row. So that's your drill for your short putts. Run through these, do them anywhere, and then we've got a drill for our lag putting.